They came before sunrise, before the city was awake, before the first call to prayer, before anyone had a chance to run. In a single 12-hour window, the United States and Israel launched nearly 900 airstrikes across Iran, the most concentrated air campaign in the Middle East since the Gulf War. By the time the sun rose over Tehran, the supreme leader was dead. The nuclear command chain was severed, and Iran, a nation of 90 million people, was at war. But here is what nobody predicted. 22 days later, Iran is still fighting, and the world is starting to pay the price. February 28th. The operation had one objective: eliminate Iran's ability to wage war before it could respond. Natanz, Iran's primary nuclear enrichment facility, hit in the first wave. Fordow, buried 90 meters underground, hit with bunker busters. The Parchin military complex, the Revolutionary Guard headquarters, missile production factories across 7 provinces, all struck simultaneously. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, the man who had ruled Iran for 35 years, was killed along with Iran's intelligence minister, the commander of the IRGC, and senior military officials, all in the same opening hours. 170 civilians were also killed, including children who died when a missile struck a school located 200 meters from a naval base. Iran calls this a war crime. Washington calls it collateral damage. The children are equally dead either way. Iran's air defenses were degraded but not destroyed. And within hours, Iran fired back. Not once, not 10 times, 70 times. Iran had one weapon no airstrike could neutralize: energy. The Strait of Hormuz, the 33-mile bottleneck carrying 20% of the world's oil, has effectively halted, shipping lanes rerouted. Insurance costs tripled before a single tanker was fired on. The threat alone was enough. Then Iran escalated. It struck South Pars, one of the largest natural gas fields on Earth. Then, Ras Laffan in Qatar, the world's biggest liquefied natural gas facility. Qatar's energy ministry estimates that strike alone could take 5 years to repair. Crude oil surged 45%. Brent hit $112 a barrel. Goldman Sachs warned prices could remain elevated through 2027. The International Energy Agency, the body that exists for exactly this scenario, told people to work from home and drive slower. And in the most extraordinary moment of this entire war, the Trump administration quietly lifted sanctions on 140 million barrels of Iranian oil stranded at sea. To try to cool the price surge, the United States is now buying oil from the country it is bombing. This is Iran's endgame. Not defeating America militarily, but making the cost of fighting so unbearable that the world demands a stop. The United Kingdom opened its military bases to U.S. strikes on Iran, officially bringing British soil into the war. Iran responded by targeting Diego Garcia and warning that British lives were now forfeit. Trump publicly called NATO allies cowards for refusing to help secure the Strait of Hormuz. NATO declined to respond. Inside Iran, on the night of Nowruz, the Persian New Year, the most sacred celebration in Iranian culture, families lit candles while air raid sirens wailed across Tehran. 1,444 Iranians have been killed, 204 of them children, more than 18,000 injured. The new supreme leader broadcast a Nowruz message claiming the enemy had been defeated, while missile debris was still cooling in the streets below. Meanwhile, Trump posted on Truth Social that the U.S. was considering winding down military operations. On the same day, 2,500 Marines departed California aboard the USS Boxer, heading directly for the Persian Gulf. No ceasefire, no talks, just contradiction. The question Washington cannot answer: how do you wind down a war when the other side has not agreed to stop? Three forces are now racing each other to determine how this ends. The nuclear question: the IAEA found hidden highly enriched uranium in an underground facility. Whether the strikes destroyed Iran's nuclear capability or simply accelerated the drive to complete a weapon has no clear answer yet. The energy chokehold: every day the strait stays closed, the global economy tightens further. Someone will blink. The question is whether it is Iran or the world's energy markets. And the people of Iran, the protesters who were killed by their own government in January, are not gone. They are watching. A war that was meant to weaken this government may yet be the thing that finally ends it, or makes it permanent. Day 22. The strikes continue. The waves continue. The Marines sail closer, and 90 million Iranians wake up every morning not knowing what today brings. Subscribe, because this is not over.